It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up on the way in. It's a very beautiful afternoon. All praises to the Most High. If y'all can hear and see me clearly, go ahead and throw a one up in the chat. What's up with y'all? Spiritual Socrates, what's up, family? Lachia Coleman, what's good? King C3, Vanessa YT, DJ Tatted. Man, what's up? Courtney Johnson, True Love, what's good? I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. In this video, I wanted to talk about how pride always comes before sudden destruction. Straight up. And it's a very timely video. Pride and arrogance. You know, it's been a long time since I've been in this truth, y'all. A long time. I'm talking about 10 years plus. And when I say this truth, I'm talking about biblical truth. I'm talking about coming into the knowledge of my culture, identifying with my true heritage, identifying with the biblical laws, statutes, and commandments, and living my life accordingly. It's been about 10 years. And I'm going to tell you like this. I watched a lot of people rise to the very tip top. I watch a lot of people make it to a plateau that no man can stand on. I watch some very knowledgeable brothers. I'm talking about they got knowledge like Solomon had knowledge. And I watched them just fall, destroyed, fall into all type of snares and devices and wickedness. And I've watched it over and over, time and time again. And you know, when you learn this truth, right, you find out real quick that the only way to really be successful in life in general is to honor God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's the first things first. That's the first lesson you learn when you learn the Bible. Because if you go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, you'll find out that according to Deuteronomy 28, if we dishonor God's laws, we will have to suffer curses in life. And these curses been going on for 400 years. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a long time, 400 years. And there's also blessings. If we honor God's laws, we will be blessed. The fruit of our loom, which will be our babies, our children, they will be blessed. Our homes will be blessed. Economically, we will be blessed. Our loins will be blessed. Everything, health, everything will be blessed if we just honor God's laws. That's the first thing you learn. Now, as a whole in society, you're not gonna have everybody honoring God's laws. That goes without saying. But that's the first thing you learn in this truth. And individually, when people adhere to the Most High's word, we are blessed. You know, things may not be perfect, but we know that Christ already overcame the world. So we already know that we should be in peace, right? Because Christ overcame the world already. So God's chosen, elected people are in peace, although things aren't perfect. And once you learn this truth, and you learn that if you dishonor God's laws, you'll be cursed. Things will start going downhill in your life because you outside of what God commanded you to do, so he's displeased at you. And once that happens, you get a certain level of accountability. You learn that if you dishonor God, hey, you got to be the one that's to blame for it. The reason why you fall is because, look, you wasn't honoring God's laws. You was doing something wrong. So, and y'all know I'm real strong on accountability here on this channel. But, you know, when we talking about pride and arrogance, I'm not only speaking in regards to the Hebraic faith. Let me make this very clear. I wanna paint a very broad spectrum for y'all. I want to paint with a very broad brush because y'all got to understand our people in general in this illusion called the black community, because the black community really doesn't exist. In order for the black community to exist, we would have to commune together. It would have to be unity. We don't have that. But we'll call it what we'll call it for now. Within the black community, there's too much pride. There's way too much arrogance. A lot of brothers got very haughty spirits. A lot of sisters got very haughty spirits. And it's just too much pride. And Proverbs, let me let this plane go by. Proverbs 16 and 18 tell you that pride come before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. If you look around on social media, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of arrogance. A lot of these brothers and sisters who are in leadership positions, these influencers, because let's not call them content creators, they're influencers. There's a difference. The world right now is not being influenced by mainstream media as much as you think. At least the elected and the chosen and the righteous are not being influenced by mainstream media like you would think. There are influencers on social media. And a lot of these influencers, they don't bow before a higher power. A lot of these influencers, they don't realize that it's the spirit of the Most High. It's the Most High God that gives them utterance. It's the Most High God that gives them perspective. It's the Most High God that gives them wisdom. It's the Most High God that gives them knowledge. It's the Most High God that wakes them up in the morning. They don't get that. They truly believe that they are the know-all be-all. They operate in the spirit of preeminence. They think that everybody else's knowledge, perspective, and wisdom goes non and void. And they are the know-all be-all. They truly believe themselves to be their own gods. And that's the issue. And I'll be one of the first people to tell you, as a social media influencer, or whatever you would like to call it, I'm nothing. I am nothing. I am dirt. The Most High God is everything. I bow before a higher power. I bow before the God of Israel. He gives me everything. I am possessed by the Most High, if you will. And I mean that in a good way. I am simply a servant of God. I'm not perfect. He who says he is without sin is a liar, and the truth is not in him. A lot of times people need to learn how to separate people and the messages. Separate people and the messages. All right? All social media personalities are people. They're human beings. They're people with ideas. They're people with faults. They're people who make mistakes. You understand? So I'm nothing without the Most High God. I would not be sitting here before you if I didn't follow the Most High God, because if I didn't choose to be a servant of the Elohim, the higher power, I would not even be living. I'm going to be real with you. My life would have been taken a long time ago, the way that I was living at one point in time. I wouldn't be here to be even talking to y'all if I didn't go ahead and conform and do what it is I'm supposed to do. And follow my purpose and be obedient to the calling that was placed on my life. There was a prophecy on my life, but I could have ended it. And the Most High could have gave that prophecy to somebody else. That's how self-destructive that I was at one point in time. So all praises to the Most High. MJG, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says Breeze Speaks. We listen straight up. All praises to the Most High. Bless you, family, and thank you for supporting this work. But there's a lot of pride, man. There's a lot of arrogance. I watch social media, man. I look at how people operate. There's a lot of people who are competing with others, rather secretly or in the open. There's a lot of people who are scoffing, trolling individuals. There's a lot of people who would like to build a name for themselves off the backs and the work of someone else. There's a lot of people who project their insecurities. Um, there's a lot of people who act real arrogant. They seem to be cocky when truly they have issues. Everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. But I want to say this as well. That spirit that a lot of content creators or influencers speak, that spirit that they display is very off-putting, and they don't even realize it. So even you creating content, you end up falling for being arrogant, because people don't want to be around that. Y'all don't understand. People don't want to be around somebody who's cocky, who's arrogant, who's always bragging, who's always boasting. Like, that spirit is very off-putting. It's distasteful. Real people don't want to deal with that. It's just a very distasteful type of personality, and I see that a lot on social media, because people don't realize what got them there. How did they end up being an influencer? And I'm gonna tell you this too. There's a lot of people who look at individuals as numbers. Listen, I don't care if you got 10 people watching you. Those are 10 souls. Are you listening? Those are 10 souls watching you, 10 personalities, 10 people who actually go through things in life, 10 people who have ups and downs, trials and tribulations, 10 people. And we look at people these days as a whole, most content creators, influencers, they look at people as statistics, numbers. It's real, genuine people watching these videos, and it's like, you got a lot of power in your hands. You can speak whatever you would like to speak to your people. You can drive people towards the Most High. You can speak some truth. You can give some information that's going to enlighten people. And a lot of y'all choose to be braggadocious. Y'all choose to be arrogant. Y'all choose to beef with other people. You choose to act like children. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. The black sector of YouTube has become a laughingstock. Nobody knows how to bridle their tongue. Nobody knows how to be adults. And nobody knows how to be the bigger person. And it's like, it almost feels asinine to be telling grown-ass adults to be the bigger person. At some point, you gotta be the more mature person, or just continue to go back and forth, never humble yourself, and say, you know what, there's a bigger picture. We are already misrepresented as people. Look on World Star Hip Hop. Our people are strongly misrepresented. I mean, they show the most delinquent, juvenile, volatile people, and they project that to everybody. All these screens, all these catalysts that we call cell phones, tablets, laptops, they got to look at our people being demoralized. And then all the people who have the ears of the people, all they can do is gossip, beef, brag, and carry themselves a certain way. And most of them are just trying to entertain you, shucking and jiving. We got all these ears, and that's what we choose to do. That goes into pride and arrogance as well, because the Most High got you to a place where you can influence. What you choose to do with it is on you. And a lot of y'all chose yourselves. A lot of y'all chose yourselves, man. Straight up. Somebody said people love being entertained. That's real. Queen says, that's why I love watching this channel. All praises to the Most High. And I'm glad that you see the value in this type of content. I did a video yesterday. I did a live stream yesterday, and I was speaking in regards to Derrick Jaxn. And I'm one who doesn't believe in coincidence. I think everything happens for a reason. Once I finished that video, I put it on private because I was going to upload it to Patreon. I downloaded the video. Once the video was downloaded, apparently it was very disrupted. I mean, all the talking points was cut off. When I was saying certain things, it was being disrupted. The playback was awful. All right. The president was off. I mean, somebody said, I said the president because somebody said it in the chat. The playback, pardon me. The playback was awful. And I said to myself, you know what? My platform wasn't built on talking about nobody else's situations. My platform was not built on speaking in regards to any other content creator. And at the end of the day, there was a lot of learning points. There are some key learning points in this Derrick Jaxn situation. Key learning points. But you know what? I had to think about this and understand prophecy. And I said to myself, eventually, women, they're gonna get really tired of men telling them what they want to hear. And eventually, they're gonna start looking for men who are gonna tell them what they need to hear. Eventually, the right women are going to humble themselves. The right women are going to humble themselves. And they're going to look for men. They're going to be attracted to brothers who are actually telling them the truth, telling them what they need to hear and not what they want to hear. Real women are not going to want their ears tickled. They're not going to want to be deceived. That time is coming. And I had to put that into perspective and not attack that man or his situation. Because at the end of the day, we all fall short of the glory. We all have issues. I can't even count how many times in my past that I fell victim to infidelity before I even knew this truth, before I knew the word of the Most High, and before I even knew marriage from a biblical perspective. I can't count how many times I quote unquote cheated because I didn't know how biblical marriage was supposed to be done. And I'm talking about in the past now. So I said to myself, man, I can't sit here and talk about a man who, you know, may not know the truth. He might just be a man using his energy the wrong way. And I don't want to speak on that. So I'm saying that to say this, ladies and gentlemen, I've humbled myself in that situation. I don't want to, there are teaching points. There are teaching points. And the brother did mislead a lot of women. But that goes to show that the pride that brother displayed while he was teaching what he was teaching, he wasn't operating in humility because a fall is coming. But anyway, let me not go there. Anyway, we got to humble ourselves. There's too much pride, man. Let me see. Somebody said, yes, use lady as a bait to get with the next lady. Yeah, he finessed so many women. Yeah, he did. He did. It is what it is. The whole world knows it. The whole world knows it now. Somebody said, practice what you preach. Absolutely. Absolutely. Practice what you preach. Don't be a hypocrite. W. Spivey, thank you for the $10 contributions. Says shout out from the 757. No doubt. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. But we got to humble ourselves, man. There's too much pride and too much arrogance in our community in general. And then you got people who don't mind attacking other people on social media. I mean, they be going at people's neck, talking about people's kids, talking about people's financial situations, talking about people's lives, talking about people's wives. I mean, disrespecting people's dead relatives. I mean, people be going all in. And then the minute when somebody clap back on their ass, they want to squabble and whine and bitch and moan and complain and talk about how we all need to come together. I mean, like, the world always has a way of humbling you. If you don't humble yourself, the world will humble you. That's just like if you in school, right? Let's say you in junior high and you picking on other kids, you picking on somebody, right? Yeah, hypothetically speaking, and you picking on a kid, and then eventually, you know, you pick on the wrong kid, and he break your jaw, he break your nose, he knock a tooth out your mouth, right? Then you end up humbled. That's what it means in Proverbs 16 and 18, man. And I watched it so many times. Y'all know how it go. That brother that was back in school that was a quote-unquote bully. That brother that always had a lot to say, walking around with his chest out, strutting. Y'all know how it is. And then he picked that one fight. He picked that one fight with the brother that's quiet. He picked that one fight with the brother that don't really say nothing. He kind of stayed to himself. Y'all seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it many times. That brother that get up in the morning, go to school like, Lord, please don't let nobody mess with me today. I don't want to hurt nobody, but I will. And then, you know, that brother who loud, he the loudest one in the hallway, he the class clown, he out there at the lunch table, he turning up, he joning and ranking on everybody. You know, he the loud mouth. And look, he messed with that quiet dude that one time. And that quiet brother like, Lord, now I got to put him down. He go to school, mind his business every day. Come to school, Lord, I got to put him down now. He can put his hands on me, it's over. And that's how it be, man. That's how the Most High people operate, man. Very humble, but don't mean, oh man, people just don't get it. People believe that we just, we to be walked all over. That we stepping stools. No. Not like that. It's not like that. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. This ain't that, and that ain't this, bro. And that's the part you gotta learn. And people just gotta humble themselves and be sincere. Somebody said they take our kindness for weakness. Facts, though. Facts, though. I mean, and that's how the Most High is. The Most High, he will let you. He gave us, first of all, he gave us his attributes. When you choose to serve the Almighty in spirit and truth, he gives you his attributes. That's how the Most High is. He sits here and he watches us from on high, right? He watches us from on high, and he watches us be arrogant. He watches us show our ass on social media. He watches us misrepresent ourselves. He let us get away with it. He let us get away with it. He let us be who we want to be. He let us go and disrespect people's family. He let us operate in that spirit of preeminence and go after people and attack people and scoff and troll and try to provoke things. He let us do all of that. He let us do that, and then eventually sudden destruction comes. Sudden destruction comes. Straight up. Somebody said you're talking about the shadow people. What are the shadow people? I never heard that one before. That one went way over here somewhere. Somebody says, I'm gonna die for him like he died for me. Sounds kind of like firm, but we all gonna do that if we really love him. Yeah, a student is no greater than a master, man. If we face persecution, that's because our Lord and Savior faced persecution. And y'all gotta understand, man, if it wasn't for Christ coming, some call Jesus, some call Yeshua, some call Yeshaya. If it wasn't for Christ, the Messiah, man, none of us would have a fighting chance if he didn't die for the remissions of sins. Like when you inherit those attributes, when you literally let it sink in, these key components of the biblical text, and you let it resonate, you can never get too prideful and too arrogant. At the very least, you're gonna be in the cut just watching people act like maniacs, tear each other apart. But You ain't gonna engage in that because you already know what it is, man. You know what's going on. Yep. Somebody says, Cynthia, a God see the hear. I guess you meant heart. So it's on them. Foe be users and abusers. Yep, facts though. It's real talk. Hey y'all, also hit the thumbs up in this video. We ain't gonna go live too long today. I know I always say that, but we're gonna keep it short. There's a few more talking points I would like to address, but you know, we chilling, we relaxing, you know. Somebody said, have you heard of John Ramirez? No, I haven't. Somebody said, thank you, New Breed, for dropping gems. Thank you for watching. Thank you for having the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Because at the end of the day, man, it's beginning to become kind of sickening seeing how our people are acting towards each other. I mean, we could do better. We could do better. We could do a lot better. I mean, think about it. We could be saying and doing anything on these platforms to represent ourselves, to help individuals. But we choose to be prideful and arrogant. And we wonder why a lot of the times in this Hebraic faith, we can't reach Christians. We can't reach people from all etymologies, ideologies, and beliefs. See, the issue is with a lot of brothers and sisters alike, you're talking at people, but you're not talking to people. You're talking at people, but you're not talking to people. Not even realizing that it was once upon a time where you didn't know yourself. You didn't even know your own identity. You didn't know who you were. You had personal issues in your life. It's almost like we forget where we came from. We forget all the times we was going left in life. And then when you learn a little bit of scripture and you watch a few videos and you feel like, you know, you got some knowledge and wisdom, you forget about all of that. And now you become pharisaical. Now you become a Sadducees. I'm telling you, man, that ain't the way to go. Pride come before a fall. I watch so many people fall, bro. I watch people make it all the way to the top and fall abruptly. Somebody said, have you hear what happened with Derek Jackson, the relationship advice guy? He was caught cheating while telling women to never allow cheating. Shows the spirit of the world rampant. Yeah, see, oh man, y'all gonna make me address that just a little bit. I might as well, because a lot of y'all missed out on the commentary that I shared. And for those who don't know, we're gonna go ahead and go in on this live because a lot of y'all missed that live from yesterday because it didn't, you know, it didn't work out properly. But I'm gonna address this situation because this is also a learning experience with the whole Derek Jackson thing. Listen, I've said for a long time, let me see, how do I want to word this? I want to be very tactful, so y'all bear with me. All right, let me put it like this. Let me put it like this. For years now, I have been telling women the true nature of men. I've been telling women the true nature of men from a biblical perspective. I have been telling women the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been telling people in general, our traditional culture when it comes to marriage, while it's unpopular, and it's still unpopular to this day, that most black men are pre-genetically disposed to deal with more than one woman. All right? I am pro-polygyny. I am pro-life. Nature itself tells you that a man is not naturally monogamous. A man can have more than one woman pregnant at the same time. The first commandment known to man is to live fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth. That's why a man can have more than one woman pregnant at the same time. All right? Also, men don't have a biological clock. All right? Women do. Women, they make it to a certain age and they cannot give life anymore. They can't bring forth a child. Their womb becomes useless. And I hate to say that, I don't want that to sound negative, but it's just true. And we're supposed to be living fruitful and multiply. I prided myself on being a staunch pro-life advocate, all right? And I've been speaking this truth for a long time, all right? Now, luckily, I'm blessed to have a righteous woman in my corner who, she made it very clear that, listen, she said, hey, I can give you 3 children. I could give you 3, which would make 5, right? In totality for me. She said, I could give you 3, but how many do you want? I said, listen, babe, I want 12. She said, okay, well, you're gonna have to, do what you do, because I know my limitations. I can give you 3. I want 12. I want 12 babies. So, with that being said, it will require me to have more than one woman, right? It will require me to have more than one woman, which is cool. If everything is agreed upon, if everything is done righteously, it is what it is. Sex is for making babies, in case you don't know. Sex is for making babies. Now, I'm gonna reel y'all back in. I'm just setting a foundation for you. I gotta set this foundation for you so you can know what I'm gonna say in regards to the Derrick Jaxn situation. Now, when it comes to Derrick Jaxn, he's been appealing and appeasing to women. A lot of women don't want to hear the type of truth that I just told y'all. They want to have their ears tickled. Although 70% of marriages in divorces initiated by women because men have extramarital affairs, they go and cheat. A lot of these men are dishonest, disloyal, and deceitful. A lot of these men don't know their true nature. Their true nature would be being polygynous, but instead they rather lie and hide behind their deceit to try to somehow shield the woman from their true nature. When in actuality, you're hurting that woman by lying to her. You're hurting her by lying to her. Women need honesty. So I'm against cheating. I'm against lying. It just so happens that most men, they do desire multiple women. And it's going to keep going on like this. Like, no matter what women are into, no matter what women support, because you have women say, well, I don't support polygyny. Well, listen, ladies, regardless whether you support polygyny or not, men are going to do what they're going to do. They're either going to be honest about it or they're going to lie. I mean, history just completely repeats itself over and over and over and over. They're either going to do it in your face or they're going to lie. That's most men, not saying all. But if you ladies want a man who is monogamous and you want that man all to yourself, there's certain things that you're going to have to do. There's certain things you're going to have to change about yourselves. Number one, if that man has a high sex drive and he requires you to give him the goods when he needs it, you need to be able to give him that. You can't roll over to the side and it's been 2 weeks and you not allowing that man to get what he needs. Then that's an issue. Because, I mean, he's going to go out and get it. Okay? That's number one. Number two, a lot of ladies, y'all don't ask the right questions when you meeting these brothers. You need to be asking these brothers, are you a one-woman man? Are you a one-woman man? Give him an opportunity to be honest. Give him an opportunity to tell you what it is he likes, what it is he's into. Because y'all got to understand, there are 10 women to every one man. It's 10 women. It may be even more. I think the latest census that came out was like, I believe it was 15 to 18 women to every male. There's more females born than men. So, you know, even the Most High God set the stage for what we have in this day and age. If you go to Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, it tells you that 7 women in the last days would cleave to one man. So the Bible tells you that. Now, ladies, you got to ask brothers this, because listen, that gives a brother an opportunity to be honest or not, to be real with you. You don't know if he's being honest until time reveals all. Once time reveals all, then you will know if he was honest about it. But you got to ask him. Now, if you ask him, are you a one-woman man? And he tells you, yes, baby, you all I need, girl. You the only one for me. I don't need nobody but you, baby. I don't need no other woman. If he tell you all that, and it come out that he pulled a Derek Jackson on your ass, then you need to leave him alone, because you gave him that opportunity. You gave him that opportunity. Straight up. And also, we getting into it, man. Man, these guys, that whole situation with Derek Jackson, it's just so much to learn from it. Y'all ladies got to understand, men don't accidentally make the mistake of dealing with other women. It's not a mistake, all right? Because you had Derek Jackson come out, and he had this whole stream where he was just spewing verbal diarrhea. He was spewing mental gymnastics, and he was just saying whatever, right? Let me tell y'all ladies something. It's not a mistake when a man courts a woman, when he takes her out to lunch, when he spit game to her, when he book a hotel room, when he deals with her physically in every way possible, in every way of the imagination. That's no mistake. He didn't do that on mistake. It was on purpose. It was on purpose, all right? And I'm telling y'all this because it's in a man's nature to create. Men naturally are going to have more than one woman, especially if they got success, if they have money, if they have fame. I mean, come on, man, be realistic. We talking about people, especially men who are rich and famous. Like I remember Jay-Z, he got put on blast for cheating on Beyonce. And she did a whole campaign. She did a Lemonade album, and Becky with the long hair and all of that. And guess what? They ate off of that. They both ate off of that. Y'all got to understand, this is business for these people a lot of the times, because they understand, these women know when money is involved that these men are going to be what they're going to be. You see they stayed together. Jay-Z came out with another album where he was talking about him cheating and getting caught and all that. It was all a campaign. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think some of the Derek Jackson situation, I think some of his situation is similar. And that's why I don't really put his name. I don't want to put his name in the title or anything like that. I think his situation is similar. I think it's about getting attention, because he has some book that dropped like 6 days ago. And the book was called like Heal Together. Like, what's the chances? That seems a little bit too ironic for a book called Heal Together. Where, it just seemed like a PR stunt. It sounded like a PR stunt. You put the man on Ayanna, Fix My Life. You put him on all these TV shows. Tyler Perry hit him up with a contract. And now all of a sudden, he's the it guy in Hollywood. It all can happen like that. It all can happen like that because they do this. The media does this to our men. They know our traditional culture. They know that by nature we're tribal. They know that they brung us over here on cargo slave ships, enslaved us, taught us to be monogamous. That don't mean we're naturally monogamous, because that's what they taught. But that's what they did. They brung us over here, taught us to be monogamous, and now they like to emasculate us when we go outside of one woman. They do it on TV, like Kobe Bryant. They put Kobe Bryant out there on the stand while he was living. They did this whole shaming tactics on him. That's what they do, man. Like, that's part of the initiation. Y'all gotta understand, that is a Hollywood initiation to emasculate black men. When they know naturally that, our genetics require more than one woman a lot of the times. Now, if you're a brother who can't please one woman, then damn it, your genetics don't require more than one. If you can't satisfy one woman, why would you try to get two and three? So, a lot of the times when brothers really only want one woman, and a lot of men not gonna tell you ladies this the truth. A lot of brothers who only want one woman, a lot of the times they done already did what they did in life. They done already Wilt Chamberlain. They didn't already live the Wilt Chamberlain lifestyle. They didn't already got it popping with as many women as they needed to, and now they like, hey, I'm at the point where, you know what, I can't do no more. You know what, I'm just gonna stick with the one I got, cause I'm done. I done had my fun. But a lot of brothers, y'all can learn from this situation too, man. Y'all brothers gonna have to start being honest, man. Y'all got to start being honest with these women, because eventually what's done in the dark gonna come in the light. What's done in the dark is gonna come to the light, bro. I mean, D. Jackson was bringing these women in his house, hitting them in the bed where his wife at. Somebody said that's lust too. Lust just means desire. Lust just means desire. Men can desire women. I'm not your Christian pastor. I'm not coming from no church. I'm not going to tell men if you look upon a woman with lust, you have already sinned in your heart. I'm not going to do that. I'm not coming at you like that, because you see what's going on in the churches. You got a lot of fairies prancing up and down the aisles. You got a lot of delicate flaming flamingos walking around there, right? You're supposed to desire a woman. You're supposed to desire women, brothers. When you see a woman that looks beautiful and she enters the room and she looking good, she smelling good, something is supposed to happen within you. Something is supposed to happen. You're supposed to feel a certain way. So, no, I'm not going to teach you what your pastor been teaching. We're pro-life over here. Somebody said, true, lust is attraction that is not controlled appropriately. Yeah. Lust, there's a such thing as a vindictive lust, where you grow an insatiable appetite for sex, and then you start to delve into what we would call lasciviousness. All right? The Bible speaks against lasciviousness, which is somebody who is just all out with it. They all out with it. They have a problem. They're addicted. They can't stop. They just going all out. They have a serious issue. That would be lasciviousness. Yeah. But when it comes to the Derrick Jackson situation, man, if ladies don't learn nothing else from it, you need to learn the true nature of men. And when a man is telling you the truth, although it may be triggering a part of your brain that you're not used to using, because you're used to men telling you what you want to hear, making you feel a certain way, tickling your ears, just because you hear information that's new to you, that you haven't heard before, that don't make it false. It don't make it wrong. It's not a man attacking you. You just got to put your emotions in check. You got to humble yourself. You just got to humble yourself. Somebody said, can anybody tell me if New Breed got a CD made and how I can find those holy jams? No, I don't have a CD made. I did one in the past when I was doing music back in the day, but no, I don't have a CD made. You can find my music on New Breed Music and Motivation. And also you can find it on SoundCloud at I Am New Breed. Yeah, New Breed Music and Motivation, and SoundCloud, I Am New Breed. But yeah, man, y'all gotta watch out for these men who gonna lie to you. You ladies just gotta humble yourselves. You got some women out there that say, look, I only want that man to be designated to me. But the question is, do you have what it takes to hold that man down with just you? Because I'm not here to demonize monogamy whatsoever. I'm not here to do that. If you get the right couple together, the sky's the limit, straight up. But some men require more. some people, you know, just gotta humble yourself, man. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't think I'm attacking anybody, because at the end of the day, the only time I'm gonna tell if I'm lying to you or not. You know, the Most High expose all things. I'm not speaking from a place of pride and arrogance. I'm just telling you the truth. But we gotta humble ourselves. That's the message for today. Um, Humble yourselves, because if you don't, a fall will come. Derek Jackson, he's a prime example. He tried to hold men to a standard that he don't even keep himself. You know, he told you ladies, like, if that man cheats on you, you leave him forever and ever and ever. If that man even looks at you sideways and he tries to correct you, ladies, don't put up with that. He said everything in the world to keep y'all ladies separated from real brothers. He was what you call simping. He was simping. He was swindling. And I think a lot of what came out also is going to make it seem as if he's available for ladies now, because now you see that he steps out. And there's going to be a lot of women who, I know his DMs are on fire. Derek Jackson's DMs are on fire. Don't believe it's not. Trust and believe that, bro. Now women seeing that, oh, he available. Because that's how most women looking at it. They like, oh, he available. I don't care what y'all say. They hitting their brother up. Because now they know that he deals with more than one woman. Plain and simple. Y'all might not believe it, but that's how it go down. But all in all, humble yourselves, man, and you know, don't hold yourself to don't hold others to a standard that you can't keep. Don't be prideful, don't be arrogant, because you will be exposed. You will be exposed. Everything done in the dark will come to the light. Stay in the spirit of humility. Don't antagonize others. Hey, stay on the even kill, elevate every single day. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming through and showing y'all support this afternoon. More content coming. This Friday night, we're going to be talking about the holy days. We're going to be talking about the holy days and Sabbaths. All right? So come in for that good, informative biblical lesson so you can get a greater understanding on the real Bible holy days. Not these mainstream holidays. All right? But more content coming. I got something coming for y'all on Patreon real soon. I apologize I couldn't get that other video up, but it went wrong. But anyway, love y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. Shalom and peace.